Hello, I'm Henry John Griffin. The question, can you qualify the word computer, and is it possible? And however, okay, Grandma told me that Katherine was fiction. I had a book titled A Computer Called Katherine, and Grandma told me that that book was fiction. She told me that, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to bleep it out. She told me that Katherine is... I don't want to say it because I don't want to get people upset at the setup questions. Okay, so when Grandma told me that that book is not facts, if Grandma told me that that book is not true, it's not facts, then I got mad. I did not process it, and the system crashed. How does that sound? I'm going to say it again. I got mad. My mental computer did not process it, and the system crashed. Now, since I looked at it like that, since the brain processes information like a computer, since the brain does process information like a computer, or it gets compared to a computer, even with the words I'm hearing, that even with the answers I don't like, there's always a way to consider the brain to a computer by comparing it. And yeah, I have talked about a lot of things that you can consider the brain to a computer. Now I'm going to start talking about it because I'm being annoying. Okay. I had a book, and it's titled A Computer Called Katherine. I showed it to Grandma. Grandma told me that book was fiction. I did not process it in my brain. So therefore, I'm going to think of it as the system crashed. The system crashed. That's what I'm going to think of it as. Okay. My brain did not compute that. However, Grandma told me something I didn't like. My brain did not compute that. So guess what? Hallelujah. Now this is another video, another season. A video that I just titled called Grandma Donna telling me that Katherine is fiction makes my mental computer get viruses. Well, as a matter of fact, it does make my mental computer get viruses. Okay. The answer I didn't like caused my brain to not process that information. What happened to it is the computer of the mind crashed. The system crashed. The setup question I was asking my grandma gave my mental computer a virus, and it crashed the whole entire system. So what happened is I got a crash on my system. However, I felt like the system was freezing up, it was crashing, and in my imagination, whatever I can think of it, I can consider this or think of this as the blue screen of death. Well, hypothetically speaking, I got the blue screen of death on my mental computer because Grandma told me something I didn't like. So hypothetically speaking, the system crashed. And it was being hacked by setup questions. So hypothetically speaking, Grandma hacked my system and told me something I didn't like and then had my brain processing it. Well, guess what? My brain did not process that information. You know what happened to it? It crashed. It got a bug. It got a virus. It crashed. It caught a virus. So it's in my imagination that I'm trying to do what I do to make sure that I'm safe when I am hearing things I don't like. Especially if I did a video about being told Katherine is fiction makes my mental computer get viruses. And as a matter of fact, it hypothetically does. It does, hypothetically speaking. So, that's what I mean. I was asking a setup question. Grandma told me something I didn't want to hear. So, my hypothetical computer caught a virus and it crashed. So, I'm going to stop using the word crashing so much because I don't want to keep you having to use the word. And now, it has had me ending up in this whole Hurt Miranda lab, so-called Hurt Miranda lab. Because that's where I go when someone is telling me things I don't like. Yes, this video tells you it makes my mental computer get a virus, in my opinion.